Hi everyone, I'm Mike Dubé from CaseNet Media.
Hello, I'm Mitch Moran from Acadia University.
And today we want to know if this is the golden age of digital marketing. So I read a recent article on emarketing.com that stated in 2017 the advertising budget for television advertising would be $72 billion, while in the meantime digital ad spending is going to creep up to $77 billion. So the question is, can companies keep up?
So to answer that question, well, some companies can. We've seen a few CaseNet speakers, and we're fortunate enough to have them share their experiences with us. So like Mike kind of said, the pace of the digital world, it's expanding, and it's growing substantially. So we've taken a look at Xavier Joseph, who is an Acadia alum, and he's the director of digital marketing for a company called Color. Xavier works for this company, and it's a creative advertising agency essentially. And what we looked at, and the problem that arose, is that they were losing a portion of their earnings because they were outsourcing to a different company who had worked essentially in their kind of Section B area.
Right, so to explain a little further, we'll say for this scenario, Color's final product, we'll name it C. So this final product, C, they first needed to combine A plus B to create. And essentially what was going on was they only had A in-house, needed to figure out whether they wanted to outsource for B every time because they were losing so much money. And for Xavier Joseph, C, the final product, were their clients' projects. A was their creative in-house marketing team, which they're really good at. They've had that established. B was the technical side of these projects, so like engineering, the back end of these ads. And the concern was that the digital world is expanding so fast and so technically that they don't want to spend all these amounts of money every time they wanted to finish a project. So at the pace that the digital marketing industry is expanding, they were forced to ask themselves, do we keep buying from the middleman, or do we adapt? And keeping up to all these different trends is really the key to staying alive in the industry.
So someone else we took a look at was Donna Alteen of Time and Space. Her company name is Time and Space, and she was facing a similar issue as well too. So around 25 years ago, when the company first started, they had created this business model that was based around this. It was a commission-based compensation model, and essentially what had happened, and because of, as we've talked about, the pace of the digital market, it's becoming kind of an outdated model. So in order to remain competitive, Donna had to essentially kind of decide whether or not to stay with this original business model or adapt because of this changing digital world.
Right, so so is this the golden age? Well, let's think about it this way. Not only can marketers reach you on your laptop or your tablet, they can even reach you now through your watch. So going a little further on this, I mean, like you can be by yourself in the middle of nowhere, and you still have to navigate your way through advertisements. And speaking more on the topic, since 2016, wearable technology such as smartwatches have seen a rising user adoption rate of 28%. And 28% in rising is pretty significant for something that's so recent. And Google actually announced that more searches are going to be taking place on mobile devices than on computers in over 10 countries, including the US and Japan.
So to top it off, technologies like programmatic advertising, it means that advertising is more efficient than ever before, and it generally has a much higher success rate. So yes, this could be the golden age of digital marketing.
So now the question is, where do we go from here? Well, here's an interesting one. What about advertising in virtual reality? Many major tech companies like Google, Sony, HTC, Samsung, and even Facebook are preparing for virtual reality devices to take place. So if you think about it, the virtual reality first adopters are most likely to be affluent professionals, the diehard fans, and maybe even gaming enthusiasts. But once the trickle-down effect begins to take place and all these lines of virtual reality become more accessible to a mass market and more affordable, what is this going to mean for advertising? Is this going to be the next big platform? We'd love to hear about your opinions on that, and tell us what you think about the video in the comments below. And don't forget to share and subscribe. If you'd like to learn more about our speakers today from Color or Time and Space Media, please check out casenet.ca to figure out how they went about solving their issues. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.